Hello, dear viewers and friends of Moments with Pastor Funke. You are heartily welcomed to this new episode that I'm calling Walk with Your Limp. Thanks for joining us again this week. Friends, one of the people in the Bible that I especially like from the Old Testament and I enjoy reading about is Jacob, the son of Isaac. Most of us probably know his story well. Jacob was a twin and obviously did not like being the second-born, as the firstborn rights went to his twin brother Esau. On one occasion, Jacob had successfully taken the birthright of his brother Esau. Unfortunately, the problem was complicated by the fact that the mother of the twins, Rebekah, loved Jacob whilst their father preferred Esau. Now, in cooperation with his mother, Jacob was able to steal his twin brother's blessing as their father laid dying. This was after he had already made him sell his birthright. Now, it was one thing to take his birthright, but to steal his blessing was too much for Esau, who promised to get revenge. Jacob fled to his mother's family in another country, settled down, married, had children, and a great deal of wealth. Now it was time for him to return to his own country, and he became fearful that the time for Esau to get his revenge had finally come. Jacob sent his family, servants, and all his possessions away and was left alone. A man who was apparently an angel of God wrestled with Jacob all night, and by sheer grace, he prevailed and demanded a blessing from the angel, refusing to let him go until he got his own blessing, and this time without cheating anyone. As morning dawned, the angel touched Jacob's hip and took it out of joint. Let's catch up from Genesis 32:24. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." See, friends, Jacob had everything he wanted: wives, children, and wealth. But something was still missing. That thing was a good name. In verse 28, he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed." You see, friends, until Jacob's name was changed to reveal his true identity, he was not going forward. The name Jacob literally means heel catcher, for when he grabbed his brother's heel as they struggled to come out of the womb. It also means supplanter, a person who supersedes another, especially by force or treachery. That name really had to go for the real Jacob to come out. Thank God for mercy, Jacob got his name changed to Israel. However, in the process of wrestling with the angel, his hip bone was taken out of joint and he began to walk with a limp. Friends, sometimes you may get a limp in the process of correcting things that had been done. Don't let that limp stop you or slow you down. Jacob had to pay a price for his mistakes, but he faced it head on and didn't let it stop him. After that encounter with the angel, Jacob met his brother Esau and reconciled with him. He went on to face many other challenges, including the separation from his favorite son Joseph for many years, but he made it through. You see, friends, Jacob's limp forced him to depend on God instead of his crafty ways of the past. Whatever your limp is, don't worry. Keep moving and keep depending on God. Your story is not over yet. Thank you so very much, friends, for joining us again in this episode. We look forward to seeing you next time. God bless you. And until next time, I'm Pastor Funke. Bye for now.